Hello, I'm Frances from Homestead, and we finished the wall. This wall has been quite a project. It's taken us several days over a long period of time. Lots of time in between those days because we could only work on it when the weather was at a consistent above 50 temperature, sun shining, that kind of thing. And in March, that was few and far between. But we did manage to get 4.5 rows of cinder block built up, and it really does look amazing. Of course, it's better at a distance than close up, but we are amateurs, and so we did our best. But at least it's doing the job. That's the main thing. It's so much better than the previous retaining wall that we had built last year. It looks like it's going to be a lot more substantial. It's definitely more uniform than the piecework roofing pieces that we had found to use in the beginning. The first row we laid down, we buried half of it, and we did a lot of work to get it level as best we could. Then we used what is called Blue Max, and it's a type of rubber cement thing that we chose because we didn't want to have to do mortar. It takes a lot more experience to be able to mortar brick or cinder block walls. Experience that we didn't feel we had. So we chose to do this Blue Max. We'd seen a demonstration on YouTube of how to build a cinder block wall with Blue Max. So we purchased a 5-gallon bucket, rolled it on to attach the layers of cinder block. It seemed to work pretty good. After we'd stacked up 5.5 rows, we then filled in some of the gaps so that sand wasn't going to flow through. We didn't want to have sand pouring in any of the gaps because some of the cinder blocks didn't sit real tight with each other. Could be lack of experience, no doubt. Once we got those gaps filled in, I then painted over the whole thing to give it a more uniform look. We had a lot of rubble left over of mortar from the previous cinder block wall that we had taken apart. And so we used that to backfill behind the wall. And that was one way to dispose of it, another way to support the wall from behind. instead of having just a lot of sand pressure. Then with the backfill, we're able to have a beautiful path for Diana to run, and also to be able to take the wheelbarrow up above the terrace garden area down to the compost. It's worked out really well. We're also rototilling this area here because we just got an email from Rain Tree Nursery here in Washington, where we are getting fruit trees, berry vines, and grapevines. And they're on their way. So we're going to be putting our grapes here in this area. And we have deposited over the winter some manure from the local stockyard, along with a lot of straw. And so we're going to be rototilling that into the sand to work it in so that it'll be ready for the grapevines when they arrive. It is so nice when we get these large projects out of the way. In so doing, it gives us an opportunity to move on to the next one. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey. I'm so grateful for you. Please like and subscribe. Until we meet again.